Oh, I expect this. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, Grace Buckingham hiding? Well and beautiful. What is she hiding? Why is she doing what she's doing? Listen, my fellow fans, we know that she is up to something and it's not good. Whatever it is, um, it ain't good. I'll tell you that right now. Now I'm having technical issues with my headphones. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Do roll call real quick. Amber's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Everyone had a good day. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Okay. All right. But he was in the car. Wow. All right, I gotta check him out. All right. So I'm gonna plug these in. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, we'll sit there and give you something, something. Uh, I'll show this twice because it's just so funny looking at it the first time. Yo, people. What's everyone saying? Lisa, Lisa's in the chat. Sean is like, what the F? She can't expect Chad to stay single forever. Yes, Abby is his love, but she's no longer here. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the way that Julie was acting today. She was annoying the living hell out of me. I'm like, girl, it's 6 something in the morning. Nobody feel like Smith there. Like Julie, you seriously need to kind of shut the F up forever. Like, you are just an annoying ass. You, Jennifer, is annoying as well. Honestly, to tell you the truth, they can both just they can both sit there and F themselves like dildos, if we're gonna be honest. I'm not even joking at this point. Yeah, Sean. What do you think of the picture? I'm gonna put this back on in a second, but what's good, Lisa Clapp? How you doing tonight? Rosemary says, "Hey, up and everyone in the chat. Did you know that Devon that played on The Young and Restless signed another 3 contract? Signed another 3-year contract with the Gates? What? What? I know it's pretty crazy, right? Right, Sean? Don't worry. I plan on showing this one again, but trust me, I got more. I got more. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to read about that, Rosemary. That's new. Honestly, they slept together. So yeah, exactly, they slept together. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I wasn't sure if I was gonna. I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna have time to come on tonight. Um, I was really like, I was really pushing it. I would have got done earlier, but hey, Ron, I would definitely watch the video tonight when I get a chance. Um, but yeah, I literally just finished up with Born the Beautiful like 5 minutes before I showed up. What's good, Freddie? Freddie? Yeah, I guess I have a habit of not showing up on Mondays, but I had some time. I was like, all right, let's do it. Sean says the fact that you do this every night is well. Thank you, Sean. No, seriously, I appreciate you being here. I really do. I really do appreciate you being here. Um, don't don't let Kelly see you saying that. But no, I appreciate you, Sean. Seriously. Yesterday was fun though. We had a lot of fun yesterday, so I appreciate you being here yesterday as well, Sean. Um, I love doing it, So I get to hang out with y'all. I get to talk about soap operas. So yeah, it's a fun job. Rosemary says yes, he signed a 3-year contract with the Gates. I think that he is leaving young and restless. Check it out to see for sure. I definitely will. Definitely will. Thank you, Rosemary. Rosemary, you're awesome. Glad, Sean. I got some more fun stuff in the weekends to come. So I definitely hope to see you on the weekend stream as well. Freddie says I'm used to you being off on Tuesdays because you had a busy schedule. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good to see you back, Freddie. It is good to have you back. Good to have you back, my friend. Seriously. Good. Glad to hear it, Sean. Thank you, Rosemary. I like to think so. I like to think so. But Freddie, did you see this picture though? Did you see this picture? Britt returns to LA with a baby. What do y'all think of that? Return to LA. I was like, bro. Okay, see, this is what I love to sit there and see in these videos. And y'all have seen these videos before. Why is it so loud for? Y'all have seen these videos before, right? Y'all have seen these videos. Um, exactly, Freddie. When I saw that, I was like, yo, I gotta show you. I gotta show y'all that. I gotta show y'all that. But yeah, Ron. Days of Our Lives is. I don't know what Days of Our Lives was today. It wasn't terrible, but like there was just things I was not feeling on Days of Our Lives. If I'm gonna be honest, like I love this picture though. I seriously do. Rick returns to LA with a baby. They don't live in LA. They live in Port Charles, New York. Like what are you talking about? Like exactly, Ron. That's exactly what those are. Those are clickbait channels. They'll put a sign up like this. I'm gonna have to show these pictures again. Or they'll put up take a gander at this one. Oh my god, this looks even worse. Freddie said these pictures are killing. They're hilarious. Look at this shit though. Oh my goodness, this might be my favorite one. I think I'm gonna keep this one. This is good. I get to do the whole fucking stream like this. This is fucking perfect. Let me take that off. Daughter, what? Uh, Rosemary says, "What's happening on Days of Our Lives? Can you catch me up on it?" I will do. I will try to do a review this week to catch you up on it. And when I do it, I'll talk about the couple of other episodes as well. I will definitely do that, Rosemary. So when I do my review, I'll talk about like Monday and Tuesday as well. I'll do that. We want to talk about we're gonna talk about it today too. Is that Scout? Oh, of course, Rosemary. I love doing Days of Our Lives. So I gotta do it. So I'm gonna thank you for watching, Rosemary. Is that it looks like Scout, or it could be Jason's daughter. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like from the side of her face, it looks like it's Scout. Oh my god, this is so hilarious. You should put up a picture of you and Cat Lady's baby, not clickbait stuff. Ron, you are too much, Ron. Okay, I need to take this off, but I'm gonna put I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put this back. This picture is gonna be coming back at some point, so uh, don't get too comfortable. Absolutely, Freddie. That's exactly what. That's when he made that call. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, when he made the call, he was like, "Hey, listen, he came back. He was like, yeah, I just had a work call. It was no goddamn work call. He was not there trying to do it to snatch Anna's ass off." Rosemary says yes because I don't get a chance to see it. Yeah, no, I definitely will. I wanted to do an experiment to see if I did more than two uploads, would it slow down my numbers on General Hospital? But seeing how they didn't really pick up today, you know. But yeah, either I will do a review on Tuesday, or I'll do a review on Wednesday. But the review will be getting done now. But, yeah, Rosemary, I definitely gonna be doing it. I'm definitely gonna be getting back to it. I missed it too much. I didn't do a review in like a whole week. The other Sean says Ava's reaction to seeing Cody, she wants him back. Yeah, I didn't see that same reaction, but okay. Yes. No, I'm glad that you're watching, Rosemary. I do appreciate that. That does always inspire me to sit there and make more videos of Days of Our Lives. I think I have to start doing some videos on Young and Restless too. 'Cause Young and Restless just look like it's getting good too. For anyone here that watches The Young and the Restless, yeah, he's gonna do a whole video on his car accident. Okay, all right, I'll keep a lookout for that, Ron. I'll keep a lookout on that. Um, what the hell moment stood out on General Hospital? I can't believe that Carly fell for that lie that Jocelyn. The hell? Huh, I guess it's probably. Oh, just subscribe to the same goddamn channel. Oh no, of course Jocelyn's lying. Um, But my whole thing is like, how can Carly didn't spot it? That's what I'm saying. Then Ron says, why did Julie think JJ he didn't do ish? No, but he kept them apprised and everything like that, and he kept them updated. You know, Rosemary just do some videos on the Young the Restless too. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do reviews on the Young the Restless for a hot minute, Rosemary. One, I'm enjoying the story so far. Especially today when Kane was like, "Yeah, we're going out to Jabbar," because he was cool with them going out to all the other companies. The minute he said he going out to Jabbar, Billy was like, "I'm sorry, what?" He was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And that was my whole thing. I was like, "Bro, here's your chance to sit there and be like, nah, bro, I'm gonna stand with my brother. I'm gonna stand with Jack." He was like, "Will you give me some time to think about it?" What is there to think about? You are literally about to sit there and betray your whole goddamn family by aligning yourself with fucking Kane. Jesus Christ. Okay. So yes, Rosemary. That's how I'm feeling about the Young and Restless. Sean says it would be funny if Rick and Cody got into a fight over hurting his daughter. How would that be funny? I'm just like, how would that be funny? Maybe I don't get the sense of humor behind that, but let's go, Dolomedics. Dolomedics, we've been missing you all weekend. We've been missing you all weekend, Dolomedics. How the hell have you been? Ah, we watched this great scene with Cynthia Watros. You got to go back and watch on Sunday. I'm doing a surprise, and even I was surprised. Freddie says, "I don't know if you know this, but when Britt gave birth to Rocco, I like the name she picked was Ben. The name Dante and Lulu changed was Rocco. That's a stupid name. Ben was a better name to me. I remember even Britt saying herself Rocco is a stupid name. Yes, Rocco is a stupid name. Rocco is the name of a goddamn dog. I'm pretty good. I was just feeling kind of under the weather. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear. I hope you're starting to do better. When you get a chance, you should. When you get a chance, of watch the second hour of Sunday's stream. The second hour of Sunday's stream. It was actually pretty good. So yeah. Because she doesn't have a choice, Ron. It's the law. She has to go. She has to go, Ron. Yeah, when you get a chance, check it out. Um, because the surprise I did that Sunday, I'm gonna do another part of that surprise. So trust me, they caught everybody off guard. Cherry ice cream. How have you been? It's good to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Cherry. You've been missed. Um, for that kid, they should give that kid back to Brit just based on picking that stupid name. Exactly. I'm like, Rocco, what? Why would you? It's such an acidine name. Like it's so dumb. Yeah, it's good to see you, Cherry. Um, how I was gonna sit there. But what the hell else wound up happening? What the hell else wound up happening in General Hospital? Oh, Chase and Brooklyn. Brooklyn wants to sit there and wait to form a relationship with Gio before she decided to go forward with the adoption. Go forward with the adoption. Yes, Cherry. Hell yes, Cherry. That's a stupid name as well. Lisa says, chilling tonight. Miss G said, okay. Well, check out my review. Check out my review. Yeah, it is Emily, but it's Emily Scout. Everyone calls her Scout for some odd reason, which is a dumb name. But after I read Ron's comment, I'll finish my sentence. I'm just saying that if Sammy showed up at her son's trial and she tells the judge about Bell as his attorney and he is a senator or anyway. Nothing's gonna happen because I think everyone in the goddamn town knows. Everyone in that town knows. Okay, Bell should not be prosecuting that case. EJ should not even. EJ is questionable if he should be Johnny's lawyer. So Sammy saying that isn't not going to do anything. That's going to happen. Nothing's going to want to happen. I mean, just the simple fact that Bell is actually prosecuting the case. Sammy showing up and saying what she's going to say, it's not going to mean anything wrong. Yeah, I agree, Domedics. Bob was good today. Bob was good today. Bob was actually pretty interesting today. I want to know what the hell Grace is hiding on that show, Bob. Did anybody else think that Bob was good today? Just I want to know. Did anyone else think that Bob was good today? Danny Bear 87. I finally made it to Danny Bear's stream. But yeah, Chase. I will agree with. I forgot who said. I think it was Crystal, something like that. I did agree that Brooklyn should. Oh, come on! I like the name Bob better. Yes, Bob was very good today. I agree, Lisa. I want to see what's gonna. I want to see if Grace is gonna be exposed on Bob. Lisa said Finn was working my nerves. What? Why was Finn working your nerves with the questions? I mean, that's the questions that we all ask him. Everybody's asking those same questions. Yeah, like literally everybody said that. I mean, those are like genuine questions. Like, what is going on? Okay, yes, deleted. Albert Sidler really gonna let Sonny punk him out and get away with kidnapping his son and still haven't made his move yet. Sidler is a sorry ass villain. I mean, he has his moments, but villain no. That's what we're all waiting for. That's what we are all waiting for. We're all waiting for that. Yeah, I mean yeah, Ron. I mean, that's JLJ Means opinion, and that's cool. So you're not gonna. I fucking Okay, Facebook, man. Clearly clickbait. Lisa, you want to see what clickbait looks like? Let me show you what clickbait looks like. This is what clickbait looks like, people. Okay. You see the title. You see the title. You see the title, and then you hear some foreign accents, Indian base, generally speaking. This is what clickbait looks like, people. Danny says Britt will make a great mom for Scout. No, that's Jason's kid. What are you talking about? That's Jason's daughter. Danny Bear, what do you think of this picture? Pretty cool, right? Oh, and I gotta ask you something else, Danny. Since I got you here, Danny, doesn't this look like Jason Morgan? Tracy Steve, you and your pictures, yes. I love the clickbait pictures. I love it. Happy Tuesday. Sean says it doesn't. What does Danny Bear think? Does Danny Bear think that this looks like Jason Morgan? Because I'm seeing Jason Morgan. That's what I'm seeing right there. Oh, it does a little. It does a little bit. See, yeah, right there. That's ringing endorsement right there. Danny practically sat there and said that looks like that's identical to Jason. I effing identical. Even though Sean says I hope this happens to him. Dumbass says I know a spoiler. Where did you get all these earlier screenshots, Al? Yo, oh, this is only the beginning, though, Max. This is this is only the beginning. Rosemary says yes, that is Jason's daughter, and he was very shocked when he'll see her. But this one's a better one. This one is a better picture. Apparently, Kane came back from the dead and is killing. I mean, Damien came back from the dead and is killing Kane. Yeah, I think that's Kane. Yeah, that looks like Kane to me. And also Lily. Sean says, "Gotta love those pictures, those Photoshop. They're so bad. They're so goddamn bad. They really are. They really are." Danny says it looks like they're on top of Lily. Yeah, like some weird three-way or something. This one looks even worse. why? Why does he have that look in his face? Uh, Sean says, "I'll be Damien coming back. YNR would turn in the days." That's true. Rosemary says what Damien is back, so he didn't die, Albert. Wow, are you serious? Yeah, but looks like Lily is dead. Why does this man look like what's good, J Blue? Dominic says, please stop. I can't take all these spoilers. What are you? Some kind of soap opera genie? They just look at his facial expression. It's so funny. He's not even holding Lily. Lily just oh my god, I love it. Yes, Jay. Mm, mm, mm. Jay Blue said Josh did a smother a smoother job stretching the truth with Emma than she did with Carly. Yo, I'm glad I'm not the only person that sat there like Carly. How are you not noticing this shit? How are you not noticing your own goddamn daughter that's lying straight to your face? Which I still can't get over this picture. Let me take this wall so we can actually see. What are you talking about, Danny Bear? The dude is so strong, he's holding her with one arm. And I guess grabbing her by the stomach or something. I have no idea. Ron says, stop with all these fake clickbait stuff. You should put out Cat Lady with your baby. Ron, you're something else. Dominic says, as someone who loves a good AI promo, I think we can do better. Freddie's like, what the heck is with these pictures? What the heck is up with this man's facial expression? I can't get over that shit. I can't. Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ's in the chat. He barely carrying this woman. And that's what Danny Bear said. Danny says Damien got superpowers when he came back from the dead. And I mean, listen, he is holding her, okay? He's just holding her one arm. You can see the hand right there. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how the hell he's holding this woman. He can barely carry. I know because he's in so much pain. Look at Freddie. Look at this man's face. Okay. I guess from the GH promo, Michael figured out that it was Willow who moved Daisy. Yo, if that's the case, he gonna take that shit. If I don't think so, because if that's the case, he gonna take that shit straight to the judge. And I think Willow may want to die. Bill Max says it look like he is compensating. Oh, okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. Why does it always do that? This one is even better. There. Now it's equal opportunity. So, I'm fair. All right, after this one, I'm gonna stop. After this one, I'm gonna stop. I feel it. Jay Blue said, do you have footage of when Jocelyn shot Cyrus? No, but I will find it though. I will find it. What is this mess? No, I don't have a J Blue, but I will find it and I will. Maybe I'll put it up. Maybe I'll put it up for the stream. I know, right? I don't know, Ron. Why don't you ask Danny Bear instead of asking me? Danny Bear's in the chat as Danny Bear. I don't know. Don't worry, Ron. I'll make sure that I will put up EJ and Bell is one with Lulu and Brooklyn that is. I'm gonna look for that one too, Freddie. Danny says Lily got a wide mouth. Yes, she does. She's in pain. Look at this poor woman though. Jay Blue said there's a theory that Brendan shot Cyrus at the same time that she fired to set. Oh, I don't remember when she shot him on his. Where he. I don't remember where she shot him on his body. Domex says they need to let the person behind these stupid AI images become the new head writer. Oh, I would. If they started doing stuff like this, I would. I. Oh my god. I'll probably get so much views. I'll probably because I mean at this point the show would be so bonkers if YNL was actually like this. Like it really would be bonkers. Alright. This is the last one. Yo, that doesn't even look like Kane. That that barely looks like Kane. Amy, oh my god, what are you doing, Amy? Freddie says these pictures give me life. Oh my goodness, Amy. How could you do that to your own son? Then he says also the emergency sign on the inside of the hospital. I guess that's supposed to be Kane. Who says they're so bad. They're so bad, but it's just hilarious. Sean says, "What is this Halloween?" Domex says, "Who are these people? This is some mess." Well, I mean that's okay. That's clearly Amy, somewhat, and I guess that's Kane. Maybe. Oh my god. Danny says Damien's head is floating. It's on his body somewhere. It's there. Jay Blue says I knew that Chase was faking that work phone call. Oh hell yeah, he was happy. Yeah, you saw he was done with that conversation. He was like, yeah, I can wait. And even Brooklyn was looking at him like, yeah, I don't think he can wait. Danny says there's no blood. But he says it doesn't even look like he's been stabbed. It look like he's just lying there sleeping. Let me say it again. Oh, that's no Kane at all. That's not. It somewhat looks like Kane. I can see the resemblance. I can kind of see the resemblance there a little bit. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, that that looks like him. All right, this is a little more normal. But I want y'all to sit there and guess who these people are, though. Start to be a little normal. I want y'all to sit there and see who those people are. Ron says, I understand HIPAA violation of patient records, so if Sarah confines in Brady of Amy. Then she's gonna lose her license. That's what's gonna happen, Ron. She's gonna lose her license. Okay, that's Danny. And but who are the rest of these people though? Danny. Who are the rest of these people? You got one name. Who are the other two? Hmm? Yeah, what's the name of all three of these people? Jay Blue says, I guess the writers are getting ready to put them on the rocks. What is Brooklyn and Chase? Mash name. Ant. Ant. Mm-mm. Nope. Try again. Now what's the middle name? I'm gonna say that somebody doesn't give me the name. And no, Danny Biz, it's not. Crystal Ramirez, how are you doing tonight? Freddie says, imagine if your channel was blowing through the roof just because of these weird, funny pictures. I plan on using some more. These shits are hilarious. Oh, Chanel. Oh, wow. Really? Nobody knows? I just put these goddamn pictures up for no reason? Like, seriously? But then again, Danny B, you don't really watch The Young and the Restless like that, so I guess you probably really wouldn't know. Hmm. Now, I don't know the last person's name, but the one in the middle, that's Nina. Nina Webster, which is a stupid last name, but that's what we're going with. Yeah, Nina Webster is the middle one name. Oh, of course, Sean. Exactly. You can tell exactly what they have. Exactly. Rosemary knew. Rosemary knew. I never liked the name Webster. I know, right? Another Nina. Another guy. You know what? She's also annoying. Like she is also annoying. But yeah, so yeah, Danny, Nina, and I didn't know the third one, Nina Webster. Should just stop with Nina. But of course, I can't say that because people would think it's General Hospital. Some extras, that's why not Nina in the center, and then Danny. Ninaisms, that's right. What then don't like who's the third one now? Who's 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 the third chick? I know, Ron. I've been missing her all weekend. I didn't see her all weekend. Oh Lord, okay. But I know you know who that does look like though. She looks a little bit like Ava. I know she's not Ava, but she kind of looks like a young Ava though. Dave Blue says, "Do you all have '80s hairstyles?" Yes. Yeah, exactly. See, the '80s guy is here tonight, people. Sean, the '80s guy. Flash blacks, love it. Yeah, I had other pictures too, but I think I took them off. Then, yeah, I took them off. Romero says you said her name like you have beef with that woman, acting like Nina Webster still. Oh, I just remember that one scene where she was calling out Abby for cheating on Chance, and granted, like I think she just went about it in a way where just like, girl, this is not the time. Like I think this is one of those benefits or whatever where it was like, all right, listen, you want to come at her, come after her after the whole benefit thing. but she decided to sit there and like chew her out in front of a bunch of other people, and I'm like, this is. I didn't know how to feel about it. Domex, as you said, Nina Westlake, you guys got beef from high school, so she owes you money. Yeah, she just. I was like, yeah, I was like, just another Nina that's annoying. Because you already got Nina Reeves, and that's enough on a good day. On a good day, right? You don't need Nina Webster in there also. I'm Nancy. I'm NGL Bond looking more like an older brother to Jocelyn, a boyfriend. It doesn't look right to me. Anna and Carly as well. Okay, I mean, well, it doesn't look right to you. Okay. Um, I'm cool with that. I mean, listen, I don't really care about couples, but like, I like Vaughn. I think Vaughn holds Jocelyn's feet to the fire. So like, I'm totally cool with it. See, Blackmon knows. Gina Ramon. Thank you, Blackmon. But no, I'm cool with Vaughn. I like Vaughn way better than Dex. Dex is too easy on Josh. Vaughn holds Jocelyn's feet to the fire, and I'm here for it. I am 100% here for it. I really am. But I get it to each their own. I'm here for it, Jerry. Ryan says Chipotle pulls something about saying that she's not well, so she's not able to attend. No, she should not do that. No, she definitely should not do that, Ron. Ron says you haven't mentioned Katie Baby because she's Katie Baby. I haven't said Katie Baby in a while. Um, that really, yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot. I forgot to totally say that. Thank you for reminding me, Ron. No, seriously, thank you for reminding me. Hebrew says Bond holds her feet to the fire because he is her trainer, not her significant other. I hope that he keeps that same energy though. I hope he keeps that same energy though. Seriously, I do. I don't know. It's just something that I like about Bond. Something I like about Bond. Delmedic says Nina Webster was a troublemaker back in the day. I once saw a scene where the late Catherine Chandler and Joe tried to send horseback riding so she would lose a baby. Whoa! Wow! Damn! Damn! Big Blue says I wonder how Jocelyn reacts seeing Brit. She will blow her cover. Yes, but here's the thing. I hope that she does thank her. Remember, she didn't go to her funeral. She didn't go to her funeral. That's something, Jay Blue, that was something that was always out of pocket to me. If you're watching the scene with Robin slapped Brit about the HIV comment, you should pull it up. If you don't mind, just type in. Okay. I will look that up. I can't type it up now because I can't like do it like live like that, but like I could find it. Like once I find it, I can sit there and save it and then it'll come up. Wow. What is going on? There we go. Yeah. Once I find it, I can sit there and save it, and then I can pull it up the next time I stream. Because I wanna see that scene. Make sure that it's saved. So thank you. I'm a little too lazy to do that, but I'll put it up though. Make sure I got that. Okay, thank you, Freddie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Freddie. Yep, I got the scene and every. I got the. I was able to screenshot it. So yeah. Yeah. Hell, you know what? Sure. I'm just gonna leave that shit up there. You know the sad thing is, unfortunately, how many people actually are watching Days right now? Like, how many people in the chat are actually watching Days? That's something I'm very curious about. Because I mean, I know that you're trolling, Ron, but hey, listen. At least you admit when you're trolling. Terry Exton says zero. You mean zero people that are probably watching Days right now? Zero people that would sit there and be cool with what Ron is sent there talking about. Have a good night, Sean. It was really good to see you, and trust me, I get those early days. I gotta wake up in the morning early too. So Freddie says Carly was a mean girl back in the 2000s, in the early 2000s. Yeah, I mean that comment was zero Ming. Now we mostly got a GH crowd tonight, which I get. Yes, have a good night, Sean. Oh, it was hella out of line. Yeah, now I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up before I go to bed. I'll look that up before I go to bed. It's weird because I could have swore I don't. It was so long ago that I feel like I remember it, but I would have to sit there and see it though. Okay, Rosemary says I watch days, but I can't not get it because I don't have Peacock to see it. Yeah, it's weird, Rosemary. It's like sometimes you can catch it on YouTube, if somebody actually uploads it. Rosemary, I haven't seen you in Audition Days though. I know sometimes I go in there and I watch Audition Days with Tony and some other people. I think like 2 weeks ago they had the actress that plays Sophia, which she is so not working. Yeah, that's great. That's cool, Ron. Rosemary says Days is my favorite soap opera. I love that. I love that. Um, I really do like Days. I will promote the hell out of Days. Days is the only show besides General Hospital that I would sit there and tell people to watch. GH, listen, I love GH, but GH can get toxic as hell. Like some of the fans of GH can be toxic as shit, and it's nice to sit there and go to Days to sit there and have a level of relief. If we're gonna be honest, what what is going on here, people? The same day I what? It's funny that Chad and Cat got stuck in an elevator the same day. Wait, you got stuck in the elevator? You got stuck in the elevator? Oh shit! What is Holden doing? Who are they? That's I. I think that's Kane. That's Amy, and that's just supposed to be Holden. Um, look like Holden is about to kill Amy, and I don't know why Kane is just kind of just standing there pointing a goddamn finger. Like I don't know what that's supposed to do, but okay, bro. And Danny made that comments for you, which I don't even know what the hell Ridge is actually doing. If anyone actually saw that, J Blue says I was away from the chat. Did you answer whether the writers didn't pull? Did you answer whether the writers didn't put Joss as Brit's funeral, or was there a scene that she felt like going? No, they didn't. No, they didn't put Jocelyn at Brit's funeral. They did not do that. She was not at Brit's funeral. Or there's a scene that she's feeling like no, she was not there. And like I said, to this day, it's always going to be out of pocket for me. Okay, I can take this off now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kane kills Damien. Well, I guess that's what happened. That's what happened. Kane killed Damien. I'm not gonna lie, that shit is just too damn funny. Um, yeah, I'm not feeling the new Sophia on days. Um, what? Then you say, yeah, at my work, my managers, supervisors, three co-workers, another person. We stopped on the second floor. My manager poked his head out to see if anyone was there. Oh, that's insane. Was you scared, Danny? Why do I have a feeling like Danny Bear's the type of person I would sit there and get stuck in an elevator and then just start giggling. Like Danny Bear would just sit there and just find that shit just kind of funny. And as soon as he got back into the outer doors, slammed shut, the call button didn't help. My manager was able to get the door out and re-ran. What? And as soon as he got in the outer door, slammed shut, the call button didn't help. My manager was able to get the doors out and we ran. We thought it was hilarious. Of course, that's what I was gonna say. Of course, Danny would sit there and be laughing her ass off. Like, I'm not feeling the earlier. I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling her either. One days, I don't like the new Sophia. She can't act. The new Sophia cannot act for shit. That's why she can't act. She simply cannot act. Ron says, I've been in a promo for days. What do you think about Pash confronting Alex, or do you think that he was way too trying to protect his trifling? Wait, why is it gonna be trifling for? I don't understand. Why is it gonna be trifling for? And I don't remember the previews, but why do you think that she's trifling now? She didn't give is she didn't do from the heart. She did to get back at BLQ. BLQ did the same thing, but at least BLQ was compassionate. Lulu didn't have compassion or bone in her body. Um, I mean, it was out of pocket. See, here's the thing now. Okay, so let me take a drink before I do this again. Because I know that your team, Brooklyn, Lulu has some nerve to say to BOQ, I gave you your son back. She didn't give Ish back. She didn't do it from the heart. She did it to get back at BOQ. See, here's the thing though. Like, okay, yeah, she did it to get back at BOQ, but she also did it. She also did. If you're gonna be honest, Freddie, let's not sit there and start telling half truths. Okay, she didn't just do it just to get back at Brooklyn. She also did it because of Dante. She didn't want to sit there and look Dante in the face and lie to him one more day. Okay, she wanted Dante to get a chance to know his son. Yeah, this is okay. I'm gonna sit there, Freddie, and I'm not coming at you sideways. I'm really not. This is why I don't do teams. Okay, this is exactly why I do not do teams. Okay, because he's Freddie's not sitting there telling the whole thing. He's only sitting there saying, "Well, she did it to get back at Brooklyn." Yeah, but she also did it because she wanted to sit there and tell the truth, though, too. J. Blue says, okay, the same thing that the writers didn't have Blaze go to Natalia's funeral. There wasn't even a phone call from her. I guess she was not close to Marco. Yes. Have a good night, J. Blue. Freddie says, Albert Team BLQ, yes, they both did the same thing to each other, but the only difference is BLQ was truly sorry Rocco was hurt. And the process, that's all I'm saying. Okay, and Lulu was also yeah, but Lulu was also sorry that Gio was hurt in the process, which is why she actually apologized to Gio. You're saying that Brooklyn was truly sorry for hurting Rocco in the process, where the same thing can be said about Gio. Lulu didn't want to sit there and hurt. 1 second, Ron. Lulu didn't want to sit there and hurt Rocco. Lulu was not sorry. Then what did she apologize for? And how do you okay? How do you sit there and say she? What was she, okay? What do you base her not being sorry on? Ron says, "Do you think Sophia's dad is in Salem because her mother always talks about her father?" Yeah, no, he's in Salem. He's just one of those characters that we're just not going to see until they find an actor. No, he's in Salem. He's in Salem. And I get he's saying that's all he's saying, and that's fine. Yeah, she was sorry, but so was Lulu. Lulu sat there and she personally reached out to Gio and she confronted him and she apologized. Like, hey, listen, I know the truth had to come out. Yeah. She said the truth needed to come out, but yeah, she said the truth needed to come out, but she also did apologize though. Yeah, but the problem is though, Freddie, she didn't feel like she did anything wrong. The only thing that she felt like she did wrong was that she apologized to Gio. We saw the episode. We all saw the episode where she sat there and apologized to Gio. And what did Gio do? Gio sat there and thanked her for her honesty. See, okay. Lulu didn't mean her apology. And you based, okay. Anyway, the point is what I'm sitting there saying is that they're both on equal footing. And I honestly feel like Danny Smith is saying Lulu didn't mean her apology, and she's basing that off of exactly. But you're basing that off. Okay, all right. We're gonna agree to disagree on that. Yeah, we're gonna agree to disagree. And Freddie says, but Lulu is arrogant and so self righteous. And Brooklyn can sit there and be very immature and very rash. We're not gonna sit there and try to act like Brooklyn has all these great qualities. Brooklyn, here's the thing. Brooklyn and Lulu have the same amount of bad qualities in each other. I think what it comes down to is it comes down to the fan seeing the positives in these characters. That's all. Because Brooklyn can be very high headed, very rash, very immature. We saw that when Brooklyn first came. When a man and Sutton came into town, Brooklyn came across as immature as hell. She wasn't as annoying as Lulu, but she had her own set of problems though. You know, that's what I'm saying, Danny. They both have shitty qualities. That's what I'm sitting there saying. They both have shitty qualities. Ron says, "Will you care if both Alex and Stephanie left Salem?" No, I would not care. I would not care. I would not honestly care at all. Nope. Nope. So, yeah, I don't know, but I get it. I think it's more of a soap trope with people. Like I've seen he says, okay, yes, Brooke has her moments. She isn't playing herself a little just mad because she's mad. She woke up to a world that moved on while she was in her sleeping period. Yeah, I get you, Freddie. I get it. I guess my whole thing is Freddie is that I see them both the same. Like I don't see one character better than the other. Um, but I get it. Some people, listen, you like who you like, right? And it's funny too, Freddie, because I feel like if Spider was here, because Spider Quick, he likes Lulu. So Spider Quick will sit there and say all the positive things about Lulu and all the negative things about Brooklyn. You know, um, and so I think it just really comes down to like, are you a fan of Brooklyn or are you a fan of Lulu? And for me personally, I'm not a fan of either one of them. I do not care about either one of them. They both they both are bad in my eyes in a sense. Like they really are. Oh, that's what you're telling me, Ron? Um, I'm glad you told me. And that's what Danny says. Danny's like, they both gonna get back together. Oh, of course, Freddie. It's the thing is it's not yeah, it's like everyone has a bit of gray in them, right? And it just really depends on which character you like. That's what it comes down to. Like like I said, Lulu and Brooklyn, to me, they are both on the same level. I do not root for either one of them. I am not on team either one of them. I think they are on the same level. But some people like some characters better than the other characters. So like that's cool. I like I said, for me, I can't with them because like they both have their shit with me. You're gonna lose all respect for him if he gets back together with Belle? Well, at this point, he knows what he's getting into. Listen, this is what I always sit there and say about Young and the Restless with Nate. With Nate and Audrey. He knew what he was getting into. He knew what he was getting in. He knew what he was getting into when he decided to sit there and be with Audrey, right? Because he saw it firsthand when he worked with her at Chancellor Winters or whatever. He saw what kind of snake that she was, and he decided, yeah, let's sit there and wipe that out. Let's sit there and let's hook up with her. Even though his family was like, nah, don't go out with her. She's bad news. You don't want to sit there and rock with this chick. Apparently, he knew better. He knew better. Couldn't tell him shit. Audra is not girlfriend material. No, she's not. Shit, I'd sit there. I don't even know if I would barely call her friend material. Because Audra's a user. Audra is a user, right? I think that's why her and Sally get along because they both come from the same cloth. In a sense, like they both like Sally used to be what Audra is now. You know, back when Sally was apparently fun to watch. But see, Audra likes to peacock. Like Audra likes to sit there and brag to the world. It's like she has something to prove. Oh, I'm gonna do big things with LeBronte. I'm gonna sit there and be the star of my own show. Everyone's gonna sit there and want me and hate me and everything like that. And it's like that one person in the high school is like, yo, I'm gonna have it all. I'm gonna sit there and do this. And everyone else is sitting there looking at this person like, yeah, whatever, bro. That's what Audra's like. Sure, that's an interesting take, Ron. I think that's the reason why sometimes like every time Audra comes into a room, it's like it's like it's like yeah, you got big tits, but who gives a shit? Like you're just annoying, you know. Freddie says I get that Gio is still hurt of the lying things, but boy, at some point you gotta have to give BOQ. Brooklyn, you you heard that right, Charlie? Brooklyn and Dante and the rest of the family a chance. You can choose your family. You're only blessed with one. With his attitude, yeah, he did come. He did sit there and say that he was a walking, talking hypocrite. Him sitting there saying, "Well, don't throw out your family because I miss mines every day. I miss this person. I miss that person." I was like, "Yeah, you're not taking your own advice. So what's the point of this conversation?" But it's true, Terry. It's like, damn, girls, like, yeah, you look good, but like your attitude, like your your whole attitude is just, I could not do it. It's like, damn, girl, you bring nothing to the table other than your looks. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that's fine for guys for a while, but like after a while, it's like your body may bring me to the table, but your personality is shit. I'm gonna eventually tell you how to kick rocks. Ron, you asked the most interesting questions. Ron says, so Audrey is on birth control. That's why she makes sure that she's not going to be knocked up. I guess so. I have no idea if she's on birth control or not. Then Ron said Jerry Prentice Nation. Ron, I'll make sure I ask the next person to watch Days of Our Lives if they remember who Jerry Prentice is. They hit that goddamn like button. We got 16 people in this chat. We got, what, 14 likes? I guess I'm going to have to cheat and hit the like button. That's awesome. Oh shit. Okay, we only have. Okay, somebody got to hit the like button. We got 30. Okay, good. I was gonna sit there and because we had 13 likes at one point. I was like, we're not doing that. Like, we're not stopping on 13. That's what we're not gonna do. Yes, I am superstitious. Not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't think anyone remembers Jerry Prentice. I mean, it's cool that you do. I'm pretty sure the actor's probably sitting at home with Cheeto stains in their shirts, and if they think, I'm so glad that Ron actually remembers my character. That must make him feel real special. Danny Gray remembers Jerry Prentice, little Theo. Oh, okay, cool. She does remember. Well, you got one person, so that's actually a pretty shitty start. But I don't know. And that's the thing. They talk about Jerry Prentice. I mean, they talk about Theo and Claire. Oh, they broke up, and I'm just like, and what do we care for? We don't see them. Why am I supposed to care if two characters that are not on screen break up off screen? It's like when Moses broke up with Faith. It's like, bro, we don't care. We don't like. They went to college. We didn't see them. Freddie says, Albert, even I haven't heard of Jerry Prentice. I guess is some good someone is giving. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I'm pretty sure the actor is sitting at home with Cheeto stains on his white shirt and maybe his pot belly, and Smith there being like, damn, I'm so glad that Ron actually still cares about my character. Then he says, I barely care about the couples that break up once. Exactly. Like, I don't give a shit about no characters that break up off screen. Remember, they actually had a little bit of a conversation with Belle and Theo, talking about, oh, Claire and Theo broke up. And it's like, oh my God, no one cares. Like, no one cares. Oh, that question's for you. Danny Bear? Ron says, Danny, why don't you want Sheila pregnant? Yes, inquiring minds want to know. By inquiring minds, I mean one person. That one person wants to know what he wants to know. So, Danny, do you have an answer for him? What's good, Ed? Yeah, I'm just saying. I just imagine. Listen, I just imagine that being the case, Freddie. You're at home. I mean, I don't think he's working. I haven't seen him doing anything. That's what I imagine. Sheila has a granddaughter now. She don't need no more babies, Ron. She has a granddaughter that's like not dead because for some odd reason. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, somebody was sitting there saying that Sheila needs to go to. I mean, Lee needs to go to jail. Because here's the thing, Lee sat there and got all on Bill's ass for not turning over Luna, for freeing Luna from jail. And yet Lee has done the exact same goddamn thing. So what does Lee think is going to happen when she gets out of that coma and she starts wreaking havoc? Remember, she was everybody was all on Bill's ass about that. even Lee, and yet Lee is not to act like nothing but a damn hypocrite. Yeah, Danny there. Ronnie says, "Do you remember Tabitha giving birth to baby and Dora on Passions? She was 80 years old." What about that, Danny? What about that? The world wants to know. What about that? And it says I was right about Samantha and Terrell being connected to June. They brung it up. Well, they kind of brung it up. Like they brung up like she left, but they didn't say who it was. So like when they say a name, it's it was well they didn't confirm it yet. So let's not sit there and see it right until they confirm it. Yeah, I mean inquiring minds want to know. Now Danny says that's different. Tabitha was a witch. Ron, Tabitha was a witch. Okay, yeah, she was 80 years old. She was a witch doctor. Oh, remember Temmie? Those are such good scenes. Scenes with Temmie was life. Maybe one day I'll sit there and play a scene for y'all, so y'all can sit there and see maybe. I mean, I usually reserve like playing scenes for like the members and stuff, but some of Temmie's scenes was just hilarious. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, yeah, it wasn't. I do remember that part, but it wasn't super confirmed. It seemed like they were teasing at it. Yeah, Danny, we were watching some of the scenes in the member circle. Yo, oh my God! I remember when he came to life. This dude literally came to life. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Passions was a crazy ass soap opera. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's a fine name, I guess. Ron, it's a fine name, I guess. That's my answer to that. Um, I just remember her holding the doll. And then the dog like opened up his eyes and we were like, what in the Chucky hell is going on? I'm glad you did, Ed. I'm so glad that somebody did. Oh my God, I couldn't stand that shit. I'm not gonna lie, Ed. I'm glad you did. That shit was giving me a fucking. I actually had to fast forward to that shit. I could not deal. I was like, can that be done? I want that whole fucking band shit to just be done and over. Um, I like seriously, and I was so 20 goddamn minutes that they spent on that shit. I honestly tell you the truth, I want to sit there and curse at every single fucking person. I want to literally curse at every single damn person, every production team, every person that's involved in that show. I want to curse them out. 20 goddamn minutes. And that's what we had to sit through. We had to sit through 20 minutes of that. I just it's like I couldn't do it. I couldn't, Jerry. Yeah, I heard about that, Freddie. I heard about that. I mean, listen, it's cool that he has the money, but let's be honest, Freddie. Robin Harris is like 80 years old, right? Okay, I want you to think about this sentence, Freddie. When that child decides to go to college, Robert De Niro will be dead. Robert, I want you to sit there and think about that. Robert De Niro will be dead. Oh no, no, and I wasn't gonna do that. Mm. I was not gonna stress out my mental health for that. And honestly, tell you the truth, and I fast forward through all the songs. I do not sit through the songs. So yeah, do you understand how messed up that is, though, Freddie? When Robert De Niro's child be in high school will be filling out applications towards college. He'll be in his final days. Like Freddie, Ron, are you trolling me? Are you trolling me with that comment? I'm not even gonna. Are you trolling me with that? Like, are you joking or being serious, Ron? I will take your word for that, Danny. I will take your word for it because I fast forward through the shit out of that. I listen. I've never been so quick on the draw as far as pressing the fast forward button in my entire life. Like it was just listen, Danny. I wish I was a person that had patience that can sit through a scene like that. Be like, oh, these songs are good. They're interesting, and da 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 da. I'm not there. I'm not gonna lie. I did think it was out of pocket for Nicole to sit there and show up to that diner to confront um Leslie. As much as I don't like Leslie, I was like, girl, she just went to a concert and she left. Then she had the nerve to sit there and start coming at Eva. I was like, yo, what did Eva do? Ron says, I'm playing with you. Don't take me too seriously. I really do. I really do. Like he's just gonna put it like that. I really do. Oh, you haven't. Oh, Danny says I haven't seen today's episode yet. Oh, damn. You made the DC mistake then. Because like I hope you don't mind getting spoiled because I do tend to spoil shit in the what you call circles. Julie was getting like goddamn. I'm so glad you said that. Julie, first of all, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, so my patience is not there anyway. But even if my patience aside, what I do not like what Julie did was Julie was projecting. You sit there saying, well, Doug is the love of my life, and Abby will always be the love of Chad's life. First of all, Julie, you're out of pocket. You don't get to sit there and speak for. You don't get to sit there. He may be playing. Oh, he's definitely. I'm not taking him seriously out of the way. You can swear I was so. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, Danny. Okay. You're not like DC, because DC will tend to flip out when you sit there and give him a spoiler. So, but I'm like, you don't get to sit there and speak for Chad. This is maybe this is an old person's thinking where it's like they feel like they're wise beyond their years. And they can sit there and start telling other people how they should feel, you know. And also, what pisses me off about Julie and Jennifer is that Julie and Jennifer are getting upset with Kat for doing something that was beyond her control. It's like those two stupid dingbats do not understand that Kat wasn't doing it voluntarily. She wasn't doing it out of money or greed or anything like that. She didn't do it because she had a grudge against Chad or Abby. She did it because if she didn't do it, her mother would die. She did it under duress. And yet those two stupid ass dingbats are still sitting there coming at her sideways. And honestly, tell you the truth, I want Kat to sit there and flip the fuck out of them. I want her to sit there and flip the fuck out on both of them because both of them deserve to sit there and get cursed out, and probably a pimp smack if we're gonna be honest. Every time they start with their goddamn hyena mouths, just girl, shut up. God damn. Like they just come across like a bunch of Karens. Just whining all the damn time. Like, shut up. Julie is annoying on a good day. You know what? Ron, F Julie in her house. F her in her house. That's the problem with some old people. With some old people, they have this controlling nature, and they do it where they feel like, oh, I'm doing this in your best interest. No, you're not doing this in my best interest. You're doing this because you're a goddamn control freak. Let's just be real about that. Yeah, Julia has no, she don't have no goddamn life. And you know the sad thing is, Danny, I get that she lost her husband. I do. But that does not give her the right to sit there and be a busybody and start telling somebody else how to live their lives. Oh, absolutely. I listen, Ed. I hope that Kat and Julie, I hope that Kat and Gabby become friends. Julie was doing that before Doug died. Yeah. Again, and no offense to old people, I'm not just saying this with all old people, but most old people tend to be busybodies. It's like they have this complex where they feel they need to sit there and instill wisdom on you. They feel, well, you know, I've lived longer. I can sit there and tell you what to do and how to do it and this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, boy, you're just out of pocket. You're just out of goddamn pocket, if we're going to be honest. So, Spider. Oh, Spider, you missed it. Freddie was in the chat. Freddie was in the chat. Let me tell you something, Spider. Freddie was in the chat, and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. Freddie was in the chat, and he was there talking all sorts of shit about Lulu and how Lulu was wrong and how Lulu was the bad guy in the whole situation. And I was like, you know, listen, if Spider was here, Spider would sit there and pull up a good defense. I'm not going to do that because I find both of them. Yep. But listen, I find both of them on the same equal level. But Freddie, oof, man, I mean, talk about going in. God damn. As he's standing his ground, no matter what. He said, anybody who don't like what I had to say, go F themselves with a spiked dildo. That's what he said. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know. No, I don't. No, I don't. I was like, God damn. He, it was bad, Spider. I felt like I had to sit there and cover my goddamn eyes half of that shit. I was like, oh, Freddie, how could you say that? Now, like I said, Spider, I don't give a shit about either one of those women. They're both on the same goddamn level to me. But, Freddie, as says, after say I can see Smitty needing more time and that Martin and him can find their way back down the line. I see that too. It is what it is. He's being nice. That's I mean, that's a simplification of it. Oh, they're clearly, but you're not clearly biased, though, right, Spider? Just them, right? They're the people that's clearly biased, though, right? I just want to make sure. Well, I'm not saying nothing wrong, Ryan. I'm just not this, you know. I mean, he was bodying Lulu. Like, god damn, I had to sit there and censor some stuff out. Damn shame, people. Goddamn shame. But what are you gonna do, right? Freddie said, "I was." Listen, no, that's not what I'm doing. I was filling Spider in on what have happened. Yeah, exactly, Spider. Like, what are you talking about? You're never biased. Nope. Ego Chase is at a breaking point. Bill Q. Do you blame him? Um, no. Wait, what are you talking about? Listen, I wasn't. I was informing Spider on what wound up happening. I had to sit there and inform the guy on what's going on. He missed most of the chance. So I just want to get him caught up. And that's what I want to do. I just want to give this man caught up, and now he's caught up. That doesn't make it right, Spider, but like that sounds like that sounds like that's making excuses. That sounds like that's making excuses. No, Ron, I already ate a whole chicken, so I was full. No, I ate a whole chicken. Freddie says, I said it before, I'll say it again. Lulu is just bitter and jealous because the world moved on without her while she was lying there sleeping. And I ain't scared to say it. He said, yo, Freddie said, I ain't scared to say it, bitch. Now what? Now what? Freddie was like, I'll say whatever the hell I goddamn please. That's what Freddie said. That's what he said, people. Ooh, Danny says Lulu should go back to sleep. Take her demon child with her. Oh, my God. As says, I see Danny Andre weren't afraid of being in public, and when Ashley finds out, I can't wait to see. Oh, I can't wait to see that either. Firecrack says, if you were in a coma for 5 years and missed your kids and grow up, and your wife had a new man who your kids' new stepdad, wouldn't you be? No, I wouldn't because I'm a grown ass adult. No, I wouldn't do that, Spider. I'm a grown ass adult. A grown ass adult that knows how to handle their emotions. I'm not lacking in maturity. Like, I'm sorry, Spider. I'm not down on her level. That's some petty childish shit right there. And all you're sitting there doing is sitting there saying, well, wouldn't you be jealous and bitter? No, I wouldn't be jealous and bitter because I'm a grown ass fucking adult. That's what grown ass adults are. They're not fucking children. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sit there and come at you sideways, but like no. Like no, I would. Get some goddamn therapy or something. Listen, Spider, you might be talking to the wrong person. The person you want to sit there and talk about empathy and sympathy, that's DC Sanctuary. I'm not like I don't do sympathy. No, no, I don't I don't do that. What's good? What's good, Jonathan? Spike Ray says you haven't lived the experience, so I don't think you can say that for sure. I know who I am, and I know that I know how to control my emotions. That's what weak people say. Yeah. Spike, listen, let me tell you something, bro. I, I don't do sympathy. You got the wrong man. You looking for a guy named DC? Okay, that's DC is a sympathetic one. I'm the grown ass adult. That's not a just no. Let's just stop it right there. Let's just stop it right there. And I'm not like I said, Spy. I'm not coming at you sideways. I just you know I don't do sympathy. Albert on his Brock TV said, "No, I'm on me today. I don't do sympathy, Spider. I'm a grown ass adult. I know how to handle my emotions. I don't do bitter and jealousy. Some people do that, and that's cool. And that's I mean, that's actually pretty sad. To be honest. I don't know, Spider. When you get older, you'll understand. It says, what do you think about Ted's part in the car to making a play for in the car? I can see that being kind of, I can see that being kind of sleazy. Like I can see that being kind of foul. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ed. Did you see Nicole today? I mean, did you see Nicole today? Freddie says, Albert's not emotional, he's cutthroat. I'm just a grown ass adult that can handle my emotions. I don't do petty bitterness and jealousy. You know, you sit there making excuses for Lulu. Sit there saying, "Well, she grew up. She was like." Spike Ray says, "Cutthroat boss, cutthroat Albert Bostic." I can't do sympathy, Spider. Like, I can't. Don't get me wrong, Spider. That's a good quality you have, and I really do want you to keep that. I'm just not qualified for that. So, but you keep that though. That's innocence. I want you to keep that, and I want you to carry that because it's going to carry you very far in life. And I'm not even joking about that. That part I'm not even joking about. I'm being dead serious. Um, Johnson said EJ's going to feel so regretful when he learns that Chad was. Why would he feel regret? Oh, because of the budget cuts or whatever. I mean, he's fine. I don't know if he's going to feel that regretful. He would feel regretful if he got hurt. If he got hurt in any way, he would feel regretful. But that is Lisa Nicole. Yeah, I would too. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. This child's getting kind of hot now. Okay. All right. Okay. Child's getting a little kind of hot tonight. It might be getting a little bit too, maybe getting a little too rated R for Spiderquake. Maybe Albert is saying he doesn't be compassionate for anyone. Compassion is earned, at least. That's how I see it. I don't do excuses, Freddie. I don't necessarily do excuses. So I don't have compassion in that sense. Like with Brooklyn, I don't have compassion for her because she made a choice. She made a choice and it affected Dante. Like DC would have compassion for her in that situation. I don't. I get that, Jonathan. I don't think he's going to have regret like that. Like it was an inconvenience. It was an annoying inconvenience, but I mean, it's just my opinion. But if he would have got hurt, then he would have had sympathy. Like he'll sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," da 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 da. But I don't think he's going to be like. I don't think he's going to have regret like that. I think he's just gonna be like, "Oh." I think it's going to be one of those. Oh shit! It's like, oh shit! I didn't sit there and pick up syrup for the next day. And I said I was going to do that. I think he's going to take it on that level. Then he says Nicole was Valerie on Passions. What did I think of? I didn't care for them. I was actually almost kind of annoyed, if we're going to be honest, Jonathan. I, 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 I was annoyed with all the crying scenes. I felt like they were, in my opinion, a little bit too little, too late. Um, yeah, yeah. I generally disliked them. I had very little patience. That's something else. Like I didn't wake up in a bad mood. It's just like seeing her like cry for like 20 goddamn minutes after a while was just kind of like okay. And like I said, it just was like coming on like I know. Here's the thing. I understand that she came on late because she scheduling conflicts and this, that, and third. But part of me is like, not that I really like love crying scenes or anything like that, but like those scenes would have been more impactful during the whole like during the whole John's funeral. I'm a waffler, Ron. Wow. Ron, I'm a grown man, but I'm also a waffler. Damn, Ron. Freddie says Lulu and BOQ both wrong. Like I like BOQ, but at least I admit when even a character I like or team with is wrong. But Lulu and BOQ were equally wrong. Yeah, I mean that's cool, Freddie. I'm glad you do. I don't know. At least you admit that's cool. Oh, it was annoying, Jonathan. It was annoying. Julie has just been just an annoying old fart that needs to stay at home and mind a goddamn business. Because I'm gonna sit there and say this again. Like I said this before, Julie and Jennifer both need to shut the f up forever. Julie and Jennifer will sit there and no, Ron, that's gross. You're talking about a child and a grown ass woman. Um, Julie and Jennifer sat there and act like Kat did this out of malice, and she didn't. And I think that's the reason why it's like, I mean, the thing is, you ever notice in the beginning when she was sitting there talking, when Julie was doing her rant, they played the funny music. They played the funny music like, oh my goodness, she's joking, like ha 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 ha. And you're just like, no, this isn't funny. This is annoying. Like you're trying to make something that's funny and it's not funny. Oh, I bet you that she did this on purpose. I'm like, why is it supposed to be funny? This is annoying. Yes, exactly that cringy ass music, Jonathan. But they try to make it funny, but I'm like, yo, this isn't funny. I don't know if you remember this episode of Seinfeld. Rob Schneider was on, and he was making advances towards Elaine. Like he kept sitting there trying to like grab on her, and she pushed him off. And then he did it again, and she pushed him off again. And they played a laugh track, right? Like, oh, it's funny or whatever. I was like, this isn't funny. He is literally, you know, SHing someone at work and they're playing a goddamn laugh track. Like, I don't know if you remember that scene, Jonathan. Like, I only remember because of like it was on my YouTube recommendations. But he's literally sitting there trying to grab on her and they're playing a laugh track. And I'm just like, what the fuck is actually funny? Yes, it could. It could, but yeah, that's one possibility, and I did remember reading that in the comment section. But the problem is though, Ed, Emma is so damn thirsty for this internship that I don't think that he would sit there and pay it that much attention. Besides, Emma ain't bad looking, so And you saw him beeping her. That's it, exactly, Freddie. That's the thing. It's like that's not funny. Like that's not funny. I'm only sitting there thinking about that because I did that whole video about the whole Martin thing, um, Martin and Pam and that chick that was sitting there getting upset about scenes that happened like 15 something years ago. I'm like, girl, if you want to, like, don't get me wrong. There's certain questionable things in Married with Children that I'd be like, oh, this is exactly funny. I wouldn't sit there and make a whole goddamn video about it, but still. Ron says, can somebody get Julie Cover cut out of Doug look like? Yeah, that's. I kind of regretted reading that as soon as I actually read it. Um, yeah, that goddamn cringy ass music. Tracy says Married Children can never come out on the air. Yeah, no, it could. Um, yeah, that was my mistake, Freddie. No, it could, really could. But like I said, that's what I said, Tracy. Like even something like Seinfeld, there's certain little jokes in there that be like, I don't know, this is necessarily. It's like it's like the episode where George was sitting there, like George was sitting there trying to find a black friend, and Seinfeld was like, listen, you don't really have a lot of black friends. You're like outside of us, you don't really have a lot of friends in general. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Darby is fucking awesome. Thank you. Got it. Oh, Darby. Cat Lady got it. Cat Lady, yo, Cat Lady got the gifted membership. That's what's up. Thank you, Darby. Let's everyone thank Darby, my gorgeous goddess, a membership. Oh shit. I forgot I had to sit there and take a look. Okay. Ed says she's a singer and everybody in that cast got jokes on Pam. Shut Martin down so many times, leaving him to say, get the step in. Let me tell you something. I mean, my whole thing, like, she got upset about Martin making jokes about Pam. But I'm like, okay, so the jokes that Pam made about Martin, that's cool too? Like, she made jokes about his ears. She made jokes about his height. Okay. She made so many other jokes in there that I can't even sit there and think of it. Um, okay, Ron, I'll make sure I call it at next time that she comes in here. I'm just like, it was just a bad take. It was a bad take. Well, that's the thing, Freddie. People, People choose to people, yeah, but that's the thing though. People choose to see what they want to see. Though. People, listen. I'll never understand that either. People choose to see what they want to see. That's the bottom line. And I question those people too. I really, really do. Um, they choose to see the romance side and they ignore the ugly stuff in it. And you can't tell those people like because I used to sit there and get into arguments with people like that and be like, yo, how do you sit there and talk about how you love them and they're the greatest love story of all time? And especially what Luke did, like that's and you'll never get through those people. As said, Pam made jokes about Martin's height, ears, job, relationship. Yeah, exactly. DC Boston Enterprises. Yeah, people do choose to see what they want to see. Like, here we go, here we go, here we go. DC Soap Sanctuary is in the chat, and he's being a brat right off the bat. This is why I call DC a brat. DC's my guy. This is why I call DC a brat, though. Freddie said they might need their head examined. Freddie says she screams, "I got jokes for you," but exactly. We were just meant to talk. We were just talking about you this weekend too, DC. I don't remember we were all watching. I think we were watching all my children. I think we were watching some all my children clips. We were watching some all my children. I was like, oh, I miss DC. I wonder what he would sit there and think about this stuff, though. Like I really do. I wonder what DC would think about this. That's exactly what I was saying, DC. When Jonathan asked me, Darby says I was a poet and didn't know it. I come up with some stuff from time to time. Not to brag, but yeah, Darby was there this weekend. We saw some crazy shit with Cynthia Watros that no one is ever going to forget. Like no one is ever going to forget that. But that was the thing though. Like we were watching some Anna Devane stuff, so it was fun. And like I said, DC for me it was a treat because I never seen this stuff before. So that's what made it. And DC, Ron got a ton of comments for you. Oh, and DC, Danny Bear actually does her live streams on Saturday. Well, I mean, according to that one guy, that was Annie Dutton. Yo, Annie Dutton is wild. Let me tell you something, Darby. I don't know if you were there, but like, if you thought that Nina Reeves was crazy, Annie Dutton is a whole like. We're gonna watch some more Annie Dutton stuff. Annie Dutton is a whole different level. Um, Nina Reeves ain't got shit on Annie Dutton. That's why I got canceled. Anyway, it was fun. Freddie says it's a difference between a man and a it's a difference between a woman willing to want to make love to a man and then a man force himself on her. But you got some people that don't. But that's the thing, though. Here's the thing: they choose to ignore it. That's the thing. They choose to ignore it. Yeah, no, they choose. Yeah, they choose to ignore it. They only sit there and look at their. They only look at their love story. The love story is what they look at, and they ignore everything else. It's almost like a mental block. Like it didn't happen in their eyes. Seriously, Freddie. Ever ask them whenever you see a post, and not argue with them, but like ask them, ask them, ask them like, what do you actually like about Luke and Laura? Yes, Darby, on Guiding Light, Annie Dutton is a whole different. Yo, even though that scene that we saw was like top tier Annie Dutton. Now DC said, but Luke and Laura saved the show, but at what cost? At what cost? He says, but Luke and Laura saved the show. At what cost? Because the thing is, DC knows I'm going to sit there and say it. So I'm not even going to sit there and say it. I'm not even going to sit there and say, but he knows I'm going to say it. He knows. But DC, we miss you doing live streams. We miss you on the channel, though. That's, that's what I said. I didn't say it, Freddie. But since he asked, I mean, hell, somebody's going to sit there and say everyone's thinking about it. Now, I'm not going to say, okay, this isn't my thing, but like, I mean, yeah, they saved the show, but like, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'll leave that for an angry fan to sit there and say it to you. Say that. The next time you're on my stream, I want you to sit there and say that. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Well, we don't have any unhinged people here tonight, so I guess you're safe. Um, but that's like Smith is saying they saved the show. But that's like somebody Smith is okay, not me, but if somebody was to sit there and say, so are you saying that like that's okay? Like, are you Smith? Okay, not me, but that's like Smith is saying, well, they saved the show. Okay, but they also showed a scene of grape, right? So you're basically Smith is saying, so like, does that make it okay? But the times was different back then and more forgiving. You see, DC would know. DC knows. I'm just saying though, like somebody would sit there and say, "But are you sitting there saying that that's okay? The show is seeing what Luke did to Laura because it saved the show." That's how I'm putting it. You're basically sitting there. Well, somebody would accuse you of sitting there saying, "I never said it was okay, but a tragedy can save something." I'm looking at it from a cinematic and storyline standpoint. The power of this story saved the show doesn't mean the power was good. Now that was listen, that was a good ass PR save. That was a good PR save. Johnson says, "What's your overall take on Beyond the Gates today?" Annoying. It was annoying. My overall take on Beyond the Gates was that it was annoying. Well, most of it was annoying. Like a good. Okay, like I didn't give a shit about that Dream Girl stuff. Um, the other stuff was cool. The other stuff was decent. Once they got past that whole Dream Girls crap, um, I thought it was interesting, right? Like you see Carlton making a play. Seriously, that's what it is. It's a dollar store. It's a dollar store version of Dream Girls. We all know that's what that is. Let's not try to like kid ourselves here. I can never give specific episodes their props. Not when they're crap. Not when they're crap. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I don't listen. Unlike DC, I don't give out participation points. That's what he's saying. DC loves to get out participation points. Good job, Beyond the Gates. You really tried today. And I'm just sitting there looking at like Freddie says it's terrible for women and men to go. Well, yes, it is. Um, Listen, that was DC's comment to answer that as far as whatever PR spin that he put on it. But I like I said, honestly, tell you the truth, I wasn't even sitting there coming for DC's neck like that. I was sitting there saying it as far as like um what somebody else will sit there and say about it. That's true, DC. That's true. That is absolutely true. But see, that's my whole thing, though, right, DC? So, like, people will sit there and say, "Oh, I like Luke Spencer," and I hate Drew Kane. I think Drew Kane is the worst. So, it's like, you think Drew Kane is worse than Luke Spencer? And it's granted, somebody, I swear they were like trolling me or whatever. But I was like, how you want to sit there and put How you want to put Luke Spencer above Drew Kane? As said, that's what you gotta appreciate One Life to Live because they kept their foot on Todd's neck. What he did to Marty again when Victor version did it as well. What? You mean Trevor St. John's version? You mean when Trevor St. John was Victor? Oh, Lord, okay. DC says, and even Roger from God of Light, no one gave him flack for what he did to Holly. In fact, most would say he was the best character on the show. Is giving double. Okay, I gotta sit there and find. We're gonna have to sit there and look at this Roger Thorpe's character. DC says, and the funny thing is, Luke was the most remorseful one of them all. Todd and Roger. Remember, I did a whole video. I remember that, and you were like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should sit there and do this. Um, yeah, I remember that. Ah, shit. Okay, all right. I gotta sit there and end the stream here. I should have probably ended it like I don't know, at 10 o'clock or at 9:40. So I do gotta wake up somewhat early. As much fun as we were having, but now see the pirate and me doing a video. But yeah, I'm gonna sit there and try to come through tomorrow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. We'll see. Yeah, I should be able to do it tomorrow. We should do a panel debate on this. Oof. Well, I'm down, DC. I'll be down for that. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, DC. Have a good night, Ed. Yeah, I'll be down, DC. Thank you, Tracy Steves, for joining. Have a good night, Freddie. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat. Love Plastic. Thank you. Have a good night, Blackmon. Good night, Will Horton. That's hilarious. Freddie says, make sure you check out that scene with Yes, I will. Thank you, Freddie. Have a good night, Danny Bear. It was great to see you. Also, check out her channel. She does live streams on Saturdays. Ooh. She does live streams on Saturdays. So definitely check her out. Have a good night, Freddie. Johnson says good night. Hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button on the way out because it really does actually help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll see you on the next stream. Oh, have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. It was really great to see you again. Everybody else, you know who you are, and I'll see you in the next. Oh, have a good night, Darby.